first topic. What's on tap? All right. The Giants versus Cowboys. That was a Thursday night football game that featured a lot of different variables and a lot of different things that can showcase what's wrong with Dallas despite winning, what's good with the Giants despite losing, and let's talk about it. We're going to start off with America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and give you a couple things, two really big things that I saw about this game. One, the Dallas Cowboys, well, they simply just feast on bad teams. The Cowboys are going to be a team this year that is going to win some home games against bad teams, and they're going to lose road games against good teams. The Giants are not a good team. You can pencil in another win for the Cowboys versus the Giants when they play again at home in Dallas. But this is the problem with the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, they're just simply not very good, and you can't rely on a team that's not good. Micah Parsons also exited the game at the end of the game with an injury. Don't know right now how serious that is, but the point here is that Dallas is going to find themselves in a really bad situation at the end of the year, or even if they keep feasting on teams and they make the playoffs. It gives me my second point. They're not going to go very far in the playoffs. This is probably going to be Mike McCarthy's last season because I don't necessarily see a team here in the Dallas Cowboys that can actually go far in the playoffs, actually win playoff games. And the reason for that is because they simply are a good bad team. They beat the good, they'll beat the bad teams. They'll win some good home games against good teams, but they're going to lose their road games against good teams. Simply just not good enough. They have some good pieces, right? Dak is a pretty good quarterback. CeeDee Lamb is fantastic. Micah Parsons, if he's healthy, is great. Trayvon Diggs makes some big plays, but he also has some liability issues here and there. So overall, you just got to make sure that you do not get fooled by the Cowboys win. Now they're 2-2, and their 2 wins are against the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. Now to the Giants. They got everything ready except their quarterback. Here's the thing. Brian Daboll coached a hell of a game yesterday. He's a good head coach. They had more time of possession. They had the worst quarterback. They don't have a run game. And they were able to do everything except win that football game. That's all on Brian Daboll. The Giants, I think, should be smart here. And even if they have a disastrous year, keep Brian Daboll. He turned Daniel Jones into a competent quarterback at one point in his career. And even yesterday, Daniel Jones looked competent. He looked like he was not an absolute over his head quarterback. And I think he's a bridge quarterback. He's a quarterback that you are okay with having right now, but you're not going to be okay having when you want to be a playoff team that is going to be going far in the NFL. He has a problem throwing the ball deep, Daniel Jones. On passes of 20 plus air yards this season, he's 2 for 13 for 67 yards, no touchdowns and a pick, and a 16.5 passer rating. Just not good enough. And I think what really gets us, and they have a good left tackle, they have protection, they have everything except the quarterback. But what the problem is here with Daniel Jones is we look at him and we're like, oh, he sucks. It's because of his contract. He doesn't suck. He's a bridge quarterback. If he was making $6 million a year, you'd be like, oh, Daniel Jones is good enough for $6 million a year. But his contract is so big that it just turns off so many people. These are two franchises, the New York Football Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, that just should be in better positions right now. Plain and simple. And Thursday Night Football showcased that completely.